Hello, my name is Benjamin Ray. In teen court, we hear cases that would otherwise be heard in traditional juvenile court. By choosing the teen court route, students sign agreements to fulfill obligations given to them by teen court. If these obligations are not met, then their case may be handed to the juvenile court system. We expect good character from students in class and on the teen court panel. We also expect the students in court going before us to be courteous. For the offending students in court, we hope they have remorse for the actions they have chosen. Also, they are asked to answer questions fully and honestly so we can have all the facts and information needed in the case. In the court, we ask for respect towards us, Mr. Harrigan, Dr. Gettemeyer, Judge Pelican, but mainly the process of teen court itself. We hope these students take responsibility for any actions they have chosen. Finally, the students before us must have integrity because of the confidentiality agreement we have with them. Students whose actions meet these expectations may have a lesser consequence. On the other side, though, a student who chooses to neglect these expectations may receive a harsher consequence.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Atterbury. Teen Court is a second chance for the students who have made the wrong decision. The panel has 5 people on it at all times, the 4 permanent panel members, and the 5th person rotates in. We have 1 person who greets the offending student as they enter the room. Once the offending student sits down, the questioning begins.
Katie, welcome to the Hardin Middle School Teen Court. Although there are many people in the room, the only people who will speak with you are the 5 students seated at the table directly in front of you. All other people in this room are witnesses to the proceedings.
We asked a series of questions to help get a better understanding of why they made a poor decision. After questioning, Officer Hayes takes the offending student and their family members out of the room.
Miss Jones, why are you here?
I stole a phone from someone in the locker room and tried to sell it at lunch.
How were you caught?
Mr. Wilson heard me asking other people if they wanted to buy a phone, and I guess he knew that someone had it stolen. So,
What consequences at school or at home have you already received due to this incident?
at school I got 2 days ISS, and at home I lost all of the electronic devices like phone, computer, TV.
Before this incident, have you ever stolen something at school before?
No.
Did you steal the phone from a specific person or was the victim random?
She was random.
What actions or events led to her theft?
I heard her talking about how expensive her phone was, and instead of taking the phone, I just took the whole purse.
Before the theft, did you think of the potential consequences?
No.
How did your actions negatively affect others?
Well, the girl that I took it from didn't have her phone. Mr. Wilson had to stop us in the middle of lunch and take us to the office. And that's all I can think of.
If you could relive the situation, would you do anything differently?
Yes, I wouldn't take the phone.
Have you apologized for your actions? If yes, who did you apologize to?
Yeah, the person I stole the phone from.
What do you believe your consequences should be?
An apology letter to Mr. Wilson and the person I stole the phone from. And community service. I don't know how many hours.
Before we deliberate, is there any additional information you would like us to know?
No.
Thank you, Katie. At this time, Officer Hayes will escort you and your family members to the hallway. While the court discusses the proceedings, you will be called back in shortly.
At that point, we collaborate on what we think the offending student's consequence should be. The students on the panel are the only students in the room who decide the consequence and the only ones who speak with the offending student as well. The consequence can be anywhere from 5 hours community service being the minimum to 25 hours being the max. Now that they have left the room, let's compare our notes.
Well, what I noticed was that she's never stolen anything before and she didn't destroy the phone, so our previous theft offender, that's different from that. What do you guys think?
Well, it's not like the first case where he broke the phone. This girl, she just stole it. So we can take restitution off the table.
And with hours, I think it should be at least to 9 hours. And with supervised, since it was theft and you can't really make sure that she doesn't do it again, so that's why I think we should do supervised.
So after hearing them, do you have anything to add, Gracie?
Well, I understand where 9 hours community service is coming from, but you also have to consider that not only did she steal something, but she also tried to sell the phone.
I get where you're coming from with that. How many hours community service?
I'm not sure. I think that she should at least get 11, just because she did a lot more than that.
Okay, so we're with 9 coming from Chris and 11 coming from you.
About
So
11, somewhere around there, but I just think a little bit more than 9.
I'd like to go with Gracie on this one.
Yeah, I consider I'll go with Gracie on 11.
What do you think?
Yeah, same.
Do you think 11 or more or less?
I'm right there with you with 11, so
Well, I mean, she was honest. She didn't break it. This is her first offense. I think it's not going to be substantial.
Yeah, it's not
she's not going to be let off easy with it.
but it's not an insane number or anything.
Okay, so 11 hours. Community service, supervised?
I think so, yeah. You guys agree with that?
Well, I don't think I would like to have someone going around the school who
Just
stole it
stole
from the
something,
gym
yeah.
locker room. So
What about apology letters?
To Mr. Wilson and
the victim.
So an apology letter to the victim and Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Students can also get apology letters and in some cases pay restitution. Once we decide on the consequence, one of the panel members will read what we have decided to the offending student once they re-enter the room. This is the process of the Hardin Teen Court. The Hardin Teen Court has come to the following conclusion. It is the opinion of the court that you took your appearance in teen court seriously, you answered all questions fully and honestly, and you are taking responsibility for your actions. Therefore, your consequence will be 11 hours supervised community service and an apology letter to Mr. Wilson and the victim.
Katie, thank you for appearing before the Hardin Middle School Teen Court. You're excused.
Hello, my name is Sarah Bath. I'm going to explain how students were chosen to be in peer ambassadors and serve the teen court panel. Last year, in 7th grade, our teachers nominated students to be in the class peer ambassadors. After students were nominated, everyone had an interview with Mr. Harrigan, our peer ambassadors teacher. To be nominated, students had to show leadership, be honest, and be trustworthy. Also, to be selected, teachers looked for students who were responsible, respectful, and students who demonstrated compassion in their classes. Students had to have little or no behavior incidents. Along with that, students had to earn good grades and work hard in all of their classes. To stay in peer ambassadors, all of the students have to continue to show these traits and qualities, keep their grades up, and be leaders at Hardin. It is an honor to be in peer ambassadors.